Hey, what's up? It's your girl Poohnana, the plus size beauty, and we're back with another episode of She Is Plus Size Beauty Sundays. And we got the nice and the beautiful designer, Ciara, Chyanne, you guys. I am so excited. How you doing, girl?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, boo. You know I was super excited when you agreed to this interview.
I'm so happy and excited to be here, and I thank you for reaching out.
Okay, you know I was chasing your ass now. You know I was. I
I
was
was
like,
like,
I'm going to get this girl. I'm going to get this
I
girl in
said, I
here.
love the persistence. It's a
Mhm.
must.
It's my thing. I know some people they look at the emails and be like, "Oh my god, like she's not giving up." And I was like, she's probably just super busy, but I'm going to get her in here to tell her story." So, oh my god, I've done my research. People probably seen you on television. You got to let the fans know your hometown and your occupation.
What's up?
I love it. I love it. West Coast. I love it.
Yes, I am from LA,
Mhm.
born and raised in Watts, and that is home. That is home.
Oh my God. East Side baby till it die for me. Oh,
Hmm
I love it. East Side girls. Yeah, if you don't know, Watts, California is in South Central LA. It is a small type of city, which in South Central, where you will find like the projects, which you see on TV. It is nothing like Snowfall.
Right.
It is very gentrified and very livable now, but it's a very strong Black cultural area. Basically, growing up, there's been so monumental and historical moments that is in Watts, California, and it is for all the beautiful East Side girls.
Right.
Shout out.
Shout
So,
out.
girl, like coming from Watts, because when seeing you on the TV and seeing you was from there, like my eyes lit up and I was just like, oh, hell yeah. I got to know her story because a lot of people don't understand coming from South Central and then elevating to where you is. I know it was so much struggle and growth and just you were one of those kids that were different, huh?
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. I think growing up in Watts,
Mm-hmm.
I was of course I'm surrounded by our culture.
Mm-hmm.
But I just always knew I was like, this is just not it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not all. Let me say that. This is not all. And I just knew that there was like so much more to life, so much more to accomplish, and goals to like achieve. And I was like, I know that I'm a product of my environment, but at the same time, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
And so I really had to really dive a little bit deep and figure out like who I was and what I wanted to become and who I wanted to be. And that's a forever journey. Like you're always going to go through a process of like finding yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Um but at a young age I always knew like there's a lot to accomplish in life, and I'm going to get it done.
Oh my God. So what age was it as? For me, it was 7. At
Mm.
7 years old, like I knew I wanted to be in front of the camera. Like I knew I was gonna be like I just wanted to be on television. I wanted to be those Nickelodeon kids, Disney kids.
Mhm.
What age was it that you knew in your head you was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this?
You know what? I think it was around 7 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started designing, like, sketching at, like,
Oh,
6, 7.
yeah.
But I've always loved fashion since a young girl. But I think that I never really wanted to be in front of a camera, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be in fashion. I used to think I wanted to be a wardrobe stylist, though. So for a
Okay.
while, I was like, "Oh, I wanna be a stylist." And later on in life, I was like, I'm not too sure about it." I like designing more. I love, like, developing products. I love the process of, like, taking an idea in your mind and, like, bringing it to fruition and seeing it like a tangible product in front of you. Like, that
Oh, I
just
love that.
makes me feel great that I was able to take something, an idea that I had in my mind and, like, bring it to real life.
Your artistry
Yeah.
coming to life. I love
Mhm.
that.
So, yeah, I started sketching when I was like 6 or 7. It's so funny, we're talking about this though, because my mom is like kind of like a hoarder when it comes to like things that are sentimental.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept like this box of like my old things from childhood. And
Oh, mommy.
um, I went through my closet at the beginning of the year. I was cleaning out my closet and I found this sketchbook. It was 2000 and early 2000s, so I
Ah,
was
the good
11.
times.
Yeah, and I saw 3 dresses sketched, and it was I guess I was watching the show, Dancing with the Stars,
Ah,
and so I dated it, and that's why dating stuff is, like, so important too
yes, it
because
is.
I find things I'm like, "When was this?" Like, I don't
Like,
remember,
how
like
old was this?
yeah, like,
Yeah.
what how old was I? What was I going through? What was what was going on in my life?
Mhm.
But I was like, "Wow," like, so this is something that's innate, like, it was from birth, I guess. This happened at a young
Mm.
age, and, like, sometimes people ask me, like, like, "Well, how did you start?" And I'm like, "Ever since I could remember, like, I've always wanted to be in fashion." So,
Oh, I
yeah.
love that. And shout out to your mom for like, I think she seen the creativity too. And she was like, I'm going to keep this for my baby. Because
Mhm.
sometimes parents, they try to guide us into something else that we know we should be doing. They feel like we should be doing. But she
Mhm.
probably seen that at a young age, like how influential you was and just how determined you was like, I want to do this. And she was like, I'm going to save that.
Mhm.
And they'd be like, thank you, mommy.
Yeah. Well, honestly, my mom, she didn't I don't
Mhm.
think she really got on board until I was, like, in college.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause I can remember, like, even in high school,
okay. Okay.
I told her I wanted to go to fashion school, and she wasn't really with
Oh, yeah,
it.
black parents be like, "No, that's not," like,
Yeah.
the typical black parents like, "No, you need to do this," and
Yeah,
you're like,
she's
"Mom, I don't
like,
wanna do that."
"Mm-mm." She's like, Girl, I can remember we literally I set up an appointment at the school FITM. I thought I was going to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. I set up a meeting, went there to get some information because I was gonna apply for the next semester, and my mom walks in that meeting with her purse, and she pulls out a thick stack of papers, and
Mm.
I was like, "What is that?" And she was like, "Well, I did research, and statistics show
Oh
that
god,
only
mom.
62% of people barely graduate with an AA," and she started running on and running on, and I just started crying. I was like, "Yeah, it's done. I'm not going to fashion school."
Oh god,
Like,
mom.
she already made up her mind.
She just took a needle to your dream and was like,
Right,
"Pop,
right, and I
you."
was like, "At least you coulda warned me, like, you didn't have to we didn't have to drive all the way here. Like, why did we
Now
come?
she
You already
now
knew you
she
was gonna
had
say
you
no."
drive. Oh my god, Jesus, mom. Yeah, sometimes it be hard like that, especially for parents, that seeing
Mhm.
the struggle and things like that, they just want us to be secure.
Right.
And they don't feel like these type of dreams and goals are like a securement, but they
Mhm.
know it's a struggle. But if we're determined and they start seeing the vision, because my mom was the same way. I just explained this to the last person. I said, my mom wanted me to do the medical field. And I was like,
Mm.
hell to the no. It's
Mhm.
so boring. But Jesus Christ. So when it comes to like family, you're the how many kids? Like, do you have any siblings that you grew up around?
So I technically grew up as an only child. I'm my mother's only child.
Okay.
But my father, when he remarried, I actually have 4 brothers.
Aw.
So I have a brother that's about 3 years younger than me, and then I have triplet brothers that are 18,
Oh,
about to be
shit.
18.
They're
So,
probably like they're just like super close, huh?
mhm,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Imagine just a whole bunch of boys.
yeah.
And
I'm the
then
only girl
and you're
and the
the only
oldest.
girl. Oh Jesus. You had it lucky. I got nothing but fucking sisters.
Really,
Oh my
it's so crazy.
God.
I've always wanted a sister.
They're annoying. I
Really?
love them down though. Shout out. I love them. I love y'all. But like no, growing up sometimes it would be like, girl, bitch, get out my face. Stop
Mhm.
stealing my clothes. Like
Mm.
it's all that. But
Right, right,
the
right.
sister bond thing, like I love them bald headed hoes. They know that.
Mhm.
Just girl.
I experienced that when I first got to college. I remember my roommate used to take my clothes out my closet, and I was like, "Where do they do
Do
that
that
at?"
at home
Like,
and with
and
your
I was like,
sisters.
I was like, "Man, I think it's because I don't have a sister. Like, I never experienced someone like just taking my things and not asking."
Girl, you'd be like,
Like,
"What?" It's like having children, and you're like, "Where's my purse? Where's my things?" Like,
mhm,
I got a sister now. Like, if I wear something cute, because she's in her grown, sexy era,
mhm,
she'd be like, "All right, you done wearing that? Go and drop that off."
right,
And I'll be like, "Fine, it's free, girl. You can just have it. It's fine." Education wise, I
mhm.
love how you're black, educated. It lights up my field. It just warms up my heart, especially where we're from. What high school did you go to? What college did you go to? Let me know what it is.
So I went to LACES, Los Angeles Center for Enriched
Oh
Studies.
yeah, laces.
Yeah,
Okay.
unicorns, very corny. We didn't like unicorn. Like, why is that a mascot? I don't know who made that up.
Like who did that?
Right. And we didn't even have like a football team. And I was a cheerleader, so I only cheerlead, cheerlead.
You
I was
cheered.
I
You
cheered
cheered, yeah.
I cheered for the basketball team, but we didn't even have a football team. So
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, it was kind of pathetic. It was kind of sad. But
Uh,
I always felt like an outcast at that high school. So I
uh-huh.
was so happy when I graduated. I was like, I'm out of here.
Out of here. Like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Oh, yeah, your mom your parents was, like, smart too. She was just trying to keep you from the typical public
Mhm.
schools in that area.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never went to schools like in my home, what they call it, homeschooled. I never
Yeah,
went
homeschools.
homeschool like 99th Street School
Uh-huh.
in Watts or like Gompers, Locke. I never went to any of those schools. So my mom always used other people's address. I don't know if I should be saying this. Is this like
No, it's
weird?
okay.
No.
A lot of
Okay.
parents do a lot of parents do it. It's okay.
Okay, okay. So my
It's
mom used to
okay.
use other people's address to get me into schools. So, like middle school, I went to like Winter Hills. I went to Inglewood Preparatory Academy Charter
Oh,
School.
nice, nice, nice.
I went to Calvary Christian. And then yeah, high school I went to Laces. And then when I graduated from high school, I went to historically black college. I moved to the South to Tuskegee, Alabama.
I love it. I
Uh-huh.
love it.
So I went to
Tuskegee.
TU.
Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah.
I love that. So you got the black. My little sister, she went to Miles, Birmingham,
Mhm.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Got the black experience.
Mhm.
Loved it. I love to hear that when people get the black experience going to a black college because it's a whole different set, isn't
It
it?
is.
It is.
It's definitely just different. And just like being from LA when I got there, I was just like the hospitality was just
It's
amazing.
changing and amazing.
And then I just never knew it was like such a range of different black people. When I got to college, I was like, "Okay, you from Kansas?
Mhm. You
Like,
from Kansas? You
you
stay
from
in
okay,
Kansas?
no, you from the islands? Like, you from the okay, so like black, I was like the black experience, like we have so many experiences in the black experience. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like our culture
Yeah.
is so vast and broad. Like,
Yeah.
so it just opened my mind and my eyes to like what or who we are.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I love that. That's why I encourage a lot of, students and things that I come across. I'll be like, "If you wanna go out of school, out of state, especially in the South, go out there,"
Mhm.
because I said that will open your eyes. Go
Right.
abroad, go experience because Black people come in all type of diversities. You'll be
Mhm.
surprised, like, it's you find your identity just
Right.
coming to college, and then you
Right.
find people that you end up being friends with for life.
Mhm.
Just having that colleague and that nest, like,
Right.
that's amazing. I'm so happy
Now,
for
I'm not
you.
gonna lie though, when I first got there and I seen them goats and cows on the road, I said, "Please take me back home to California." My mama left me too. She was like, "All right, bye. I'm headed to the airport." I said, "Hold on."
Like, where are you
I
going?
said, "Wait, hold on. Why is there cows in the road? Like, what's going on?" But I got used to it, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, like I'm in the South now, so I got to get
Mm.
used to this."
So the challenges, you ever had challenges, like, growing up just in general?
Yeah, I think growing up, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Mhm.
And I come from, well, first of all, I am the first in my family to do a lot of things.
Nice.
I'm the first to graduate. I have a bachelor's of science in sales and marketing from Tuskegee University.
Ah.
Um, and the first to, be an entrepreneur really
Mhm.
and, start my own business. But with all these things, obviously I had challenges along the way.
Yes.
But I would say some of those challenges are, like just growing up and not having such financial stability.
Yes.
You wonder sometimes, like, oh, well, how am I going to achieve these things without having the resources and the finances to do so? Um, so I think that I had to really overcome a lot of those fears and like just
Yes.
step out on faith
Yeah.
and just like move. And, God really showed up for me in a lot of situations
Hey,
where I was
man.
like, I am not alone in this.
No.
Like, I am
No.
not alone. And so, like, in high school, I'll just like share this. I don't know if I've ever shared this with anybody, but,
Mhm.
actually, after the recession, um, my mother lost our house.
Okay.
Well, we lost our home.
Mhm.
And so we actually like became homeless and me and my mom ended up moving in with her brothers in Hawthorne.
Mhm.
And for about 2 years, I slept in the living room, my uncle's living room, like on the floor on a pallet for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And then right after that is when I went to Tuskegee. So there were times, like, growing up and, I just felt like I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you grow up in a family and you don't really see a representation of, like, success in a sense,
It
and
gives
it
this feeling of doubt.
it gives a feeling of
Yeah.
doubt, and you start to question, like, will I in my future,
Am I cursed? Like,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
this for me? Like, am I just brought up into failure?
Mhm.
It's crazy that you brought this up. My grandmother, she lost our house in Linwood,
Mhm.
and it was pretty traumatic because our life shift and we had to go live with our great grandmother and
Mhm.
things like that. So that takes a toll because now you're seeing your family and parents don't understand that. Sometimes you're traumatized
Mhm.
from that and you're thinking like you have to work hard because you have that sense of failure back there. I don't want to fail. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be homeless.
Mhm.
You know? And to know how well and strong that you are, that you grew up from that, it's that challenge of I know what you're talking about. It's that I'm gonna get this shit up out the mud if it
Mhm.
kills me.
Mhm.
So I see that's
Right.
amazing you had that grind because it's that thing in the back of your head, I can't fail.
Right, right, right,
And
right.
it's like it's that fear of if I fail, what the hell am I
Right.
gonna do? So I know you had that ain't no failure.
Mhm. Honestly, I was like, there is no plan B for me.
Right. There
Like, I
is
know
no
people be
plan
having, like,
B.
plan A, plan B, plan C. Like, I don't have no backup. Like,
Right.
it's just this is just gotta work.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta work. I don't know
Mhm.
what else to do.
Mhm.
So
And
we gotta work it till it works.
people don't understand that, and just your career wise, like it's that. Do you sometimes feel like you have that pressure because you are the oldest? You have to set the standard.
Mhm. Not necessarily, like, age-wise, but just because I guess I have, like, education and
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, I've worked so much on myself to get to a certain space and
Mhm.
a certain position where I'm like, I can't go back. I have to go forward.
You have to go forward.
And I do feel I guess you can say I feel pressure because and I don't know if that's pressure that I brought up on myself, but I'm like, I have to get to a certain point. So, like, not only that I can be comfortable in life, but that I can help my family come up
My
too.
family.
Yeah. So I'm always thinking about like how can I, help my parents and my grandparents.
Generational wealth. How can we
Exactly.
plant generational wealth?
Exactly.
And
And then
that
for
was
my
that.
children, like and that's something that's important to me too, is like get into a certain space so that I can provide for my children the way that, I didn't receive as a child.
Oh, I love that. It's that the mentality.
Mhm.
And I notice that people, and I don't like to use I don't like to use this term, but people in the hood, we have that mentality of we have to instill generational wealth to break this this chain of like we
Mhm.
don't always have to live in the hood. We don't always have to be this. We have to be the ones to break it and and instill generational wealth and just being free. Like it's
Right.
crazy. To hear that from you, it hit home for me because that's all we think about. That's all we sleep. When we work, that's what motivates us to get up in the morning. Because I'm pretty sure you get up and be like, I just wanna lay in bed.
Mhm.
Like, I just wanna lay in bed. I don't
Right.
wanna look at an email. I don't wanna do this.
Yes.
I just wanna be I just wanna sit in my bed and be fat and look at my snacks and look at TV, but I can't
Right.
do that.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
Mhm.
some days I do that, but and I'm like, "Okay, girl, get it together. It's been 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
You can't do this all week now."
We gotta talk about it. When I first came across you, it was on the show Making the Cut.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite shows on Amazon. I think
Woo.
them just, it's just coming off of, just Project Runway and then making them like Heidi Klum and all them.
Mhm.
I think it's a very good show to cut off. But when I seen you on there and you said that you was from Watts and I started researching your clothes and
Mhm.
things like that, I was impressed.
Thank you.
I was. It kinda brought tears a little bit, and I was just
Mm.
my ex-boyfriend, fuck him, but, like, my ex-boyfriend was just like
They help you grow, so it's okay.
my ex-boyfriend was just like, "You really love this show?" And I said because I was like, "I'm hoping she makes it to" I was like, "I really want her to make it to the end," because I said, "You don't even understand what this means." I was like, "You don't
Mhm.
even understand," and I said, "I hope she's able to make it to the end," but just watch it, I think it was episode 1, and you made that close with the lime that one with the lime green and the
Mhm.
piece.
Mhm.
That was an extraordinary piece.
Thank you,
It
thank you.
was. So how you gotta let me know. How was it being on the show?
The show was actually life-changing for me because I learned a lot.
Yes.
Um, but I have to, preface that this was like my first time really being on television.
Mhm.
So it was very challenging for me because when I look around the room, I'm seeing all these talented designers and I'm feeling like I don't belong.
Mm.
So, honestly, like, it kinda messed with me mentally,
Mhm.
where I just felt like, "Why am I here?"
Mm.
So I had to really, like, get over that, and I think it was just really a tactic from the enemy just trying to, like, make me feel like I wasn't deserving of that position to be in
Mhm.
that room, but I'm like, there were thousands of people who applied for
Thousands.
this show, and
Thousands and
they only
thousands of
picked
people.
10, and I
Mhm.
was one of the 10, so I'm in this room for a reason.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, like, cameras following you and in your face, and I'm just not, like, used to working at such a fast pace.
Yeah.
I'm actually a very slow creative, like, I like to edit things, like, once, twice, 3 times, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing,
Yeah.
but I can be indecisive at times, and so I saw that actually come out on the show, and I saw some things that I needed to work on,
Oh, good. Give
and
you criticism.
yeah,
Yeah, that you
constructive
needed.
criticism is
Mhm.
something that I really value, uh, and even down to, like, the judges saying certain things, it did really, help me figure out, like, I need to know clearly who I am
Mhm.
and what I am creating and what I am building. So I think that being on the show really did, like, open my eyes to a lot of things, but I will say I was challenged.
Oh, good.
I was
Okay.
challenged a lot.
And look how well it challenged you to elevate where you are now.
Mhm.
Because I did see a side on there where you speak about where you were just like, I can tell sometimes looking, not just you, just watching the show. There's times where I could see y'all were fucking tired.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, because sewing, creating clothes, because I have friends and stuff that's designers, it's a very tedious thing. I can
Mhm.
see like some people are different when they create their clothes. Some
Mhm.
people like being at home and doing nothing and
Mhm.
having the TV going. Some people are fast paced and workers. Everybody's creatively different.
Right.
What was the most like the pros and cons of just like doing that show just in
Mhm.
general?
For me, the timeline
Mhm.
was, like I said, very challenging and just like, we're like, oh, okay, we have to,
Mm.
go record this, and then you have to like, sitting with the producers and like, we're talking about this and that, and then
Mhm.
like honestly, me worrying about like how people were gonna perceive me also like affected me because I was like, I want
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm showing up, you know, as my authentic self
Yes.
and I'm like, this is gonna be on TV forever.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't wanna like say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. So I'm always like thinking about like how I'm being perceived. And I think that that also consumed too much of my mind when I really should have just been focused, head down, like on winning.
Yeah.
Um,
I think, was it this is maybe just a little assumption. You didn't wanna be the bitchy angry black woman
no, I did not.
on TV?
I did
And I
not.
think that's our first thing when especially cameras flow, they it's this image of the bitchy angry black woman.
Mhm.
You didn't wanna give that.
Mhm. I'm not gonna lie though, I thought it was gonna be a scene they put in there. I'm so glad they did not put it in there. Because it was one time I was hangry. I was so hungry. And I remember they told me, they were like, "Ciara, like, you haven't ate all day, like, you need to go eat." And then I remember eating, and then while I was eating, they had the camera in my face, and I was just like I almost mushed the cameraman, like, I was like, "Why would you have the camera in front of my face while I'm eating? Like, it's just rude." Like, why would you do that?
People are not themselves when they do not eat.
And
People are not
I
themselves.
was just so worried they were gonna put that in there. I'm so glad they didn't put that in there. But it was just like stuff like that. And
Oh
I was
my
just like,
goodness. Oh my goodness. I
yeah.
can imagine. I I'd be like, "You wanna put the camera in my face?" Like, 'cause I look real big and just hungry when I'm eating, like, especially when I'm hungry. I don't
Mhm.
give a
Mhm.
fuck.
Right.
Relationships on there, did you bond with any of their, just a tad bit? Because I know you guys spend a very close, intimate time with each other. Did you kinda, like, build a friendship or a bond with anyone on that show?
I did build a relationship, with one designer. His name is Raphael. He's from
Yes!
Brazil.
Shout out. I loved him
Yeah,
too.
shout out
Shout
to
out to
Raphael.
Raphael.
He's an amazing designer. From the beginning, I thought he should have won.
Yes, I believe so too.
And what actually people don't know is that after I got cut from the show,
Mhm.
when they made it to the final 3,
Mhm.
Raphael was staying in LA and I actually was still helping him, like, through the competition.
Oh.
So since I'm from LA, he knew that I knew where, like, to get things done, and
Mhm.
when they were doing the final collection, that they were gonna show, like, for them to choose the winner,
Yeah.
I took him fabric shopping. I took him to, the belt maker. I was in the studio with him, like, while he was designing the collection.
I
So, a
love
lot of people
that.
don't know that, but I was there while he was creating, and although I got eliminated, I still was, like, cheering him on. Um, Now I will say,
Uh-huh.
after the show ended,
Okay.
I did hear from another designer, um, that I was, basically being used. But yeah, and I was just like, I guess some things were said like when I was not around.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know what's true and what's not because I wasn't in the room.
Right.
But I will say that I'm okay with being used. I'm okay with being used. Like if people know that I can help them get to where they're trying to go,
Mhm.
like that's okay. But overall, yeah, I think that making the cut was like a great experience for me.
But
So,
you wanna know something crazy? For somebody to say that you're being used because you giving Raphael the juice, because
mhm,
most designers, they come to LA and they gag
mhm,
because we are the wholesalers for a lot of shit.
mhm,
I'm talking about hair, jewelry. When they come downtown and they see that we are the fabric district, they be in love. I know people that live out of state because I walk balls and stuff. They be like, man, I wish I had the downtown area like
mhm.
Santee and just over there.
Yeah,
They be like, this is like a gold mine.
it is. It really is.
They just mad because you was giving them the juice and they didn't have it.
Mhm.
They don't know where to go.
Right.
Y'all don't know where to go talk to like the local Latino shops that do this or the
Mhm.
Asian people that you just mad.
Mhm.
You just
Right,
mad
right,
because you
right.
didn't give them the juice and that's all that was.
I mean, honestly, if they had asked, I would have gave it to him too. But
No, they got too much pride. They don't want to ask you that.
closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
So that's just how that goes.
You were just being one of the people because there's more room for there's so many designers out here. Basically what you were doing, and that's why you're blessed. There's room for everybody to eat.
Oh, absolutely.
And even though I'm not on the show, I'm still gonna help him because what? I build a bond with him
Mhm.
and he's my friend.
Mhm. And he's an amazing designer. He is an amazing designer. So
Oh well, let them be mad. They didn't win.
right.
So we gotta see your career. What is in a day in the life of Ciara?
Ooh, child.
I know it comes with baby. I tell everybody, I'll be like, it's
Woo.
it's a woo.
It's a whole lot of ups and it's a whole lot of
It's a
downs.
whole lot of.
um Yeah, I'm an emotional creature.
Mhm. For women.
But I will say, okay, so like right now, it depends on what season I'm in, but I'm in a season of like really going I've been going back and like really working on the groundwork.
Good. The
Um
foundation.
yeah, the
Yeah.
foundation. Like I feel like I am really trying to get like all my ducks in a row and just like prepare for all like my goals that I want to achieve this year. But
Love that.
I say on an average, I have about 2 meetings in the morning.
Love it.
Whether that's meeting with like a manufacturer or a PR showroom
Mhm.
or just my mentor or, whatever it may be. Usually I have about like 2 meetings a day.
I love that.
Um,
Productiveness in
yeah.
the morning.
And then I kind of like focus on engaging with my customers, doing customer service, working with
Mhm.
my assistant on like content creation, developing new products, and that may look like sourcing, going to different textile companies, looking at fabrics,
Mm.
really working hands on with like my pattern maker, like working on new designs and like planning, strategizing, all of that.
When do you eat? Like, are you snacking? Like,
Oh,
while
no,
you're
I
like
eat, girl, I eat. But no, when I'm busy, I can go a whole day without eating, but as long as I eat breakfast and I
Yeah, you
eat
be
before I
fine.
go to sleep,
Mhm,
I'm good.
mhm.
I just take, like, an energy drink or a coffee, and I get through the day,
Girl, you sound like me, child.
Mhm.
It's like when you're moving so much around, you be like, "Damn, I did not eat.
Mhm.
Let me
But see, I'm
eat."
not I'm not a nice person when I'm hungry, so I have, learned to take snacks. So I will throw some grapes or like a fruit bar or something in my bag, something, an apple, chips, because I don't like talking to people when I'm hangry.
You gonna sound
I'm
like
a different
you
person.
gonna sound like Beyonce when she was trying to get that tour together. She said, "Can we start?" Like
Oh, that's me, girl. Okay, listen, because my birthday is the day before Beyonce. I'm a Virgo, so that's
Nah,
just how we are. We like, what are we doing? Let's
baby
keep it
didn't
moving.
play. She said, "I don't think these people don't get it that
Yeah.
I am not gonna let like this bitch won't let up,
Right, like, time is money
baby."
and money is time, so
And
we let's get it
she it
moving.
was so funny. She stood there and she was like, she let them talk and things. She said, "Can we start?" Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's my energy. If you ask anybody who works with me, they go tell you I'm just like that on set.
oh my goodness.
They're like, "Relax, have fun." I'm like, "I just need to get it
This is
done."
not fun. This is my you know what? It'd be like the whole speech. I can't even get into it. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Career challenges, like just as of
Mhm.
today, like what is it? What is really challenging you now with like just being an entrepreneur?
Um, I will say I feel like the industry is very saturated.
Oh my God.
Um
Preach.
But I don't wanna be like one of those people that's just like, "Oh my god, there's just, the industry's so saturated." So it's just like really trying to find my community is what I'm focused on right now.
Mm.
Because I really want to build a lifestyle brand. I don't wanna just make clothes.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun and everything, but I want to build something that's substantial that's gonna be here, like, 30 years from
30
now.
years from
Like,
now.
I want a
Yep.
fashion house. Like, I want to be known globally, like, not just make clothes and make money, like, that's never been the goal for me. I really want to hone in on, like, who my woman is, who the Sierra Cheyenne woman is,
Yeah.
and, like, cultivate her.
I love that.
Yeah, like, that's really important to me, is, like, knowing who
Oh.
that woman is and creating relationship with her.
Finding your community, finding
Yes.
your that. Oh, it's a. It sounds like a bit of when you're trying to find your community. Am I right? You
Mhm.
know, how, like black people when we have to like code switch.
Ugh,
I gotta code switch it.
I do it sometimes and forget, and I'll be like, "Wait, I don't even notice it sometimes."
We don't even notice it because sometimes it's the professionalism,
Mhm, mhm,
and people be like, "Well, you talk different." I'll be like, "No, that's me doing conducting business and
mhm,
being professional.
mhm,
Like it's not." I don't have to talk like that all the time in the
mhm.
code switching. Is it sorta like that when you say, like, finding your community in a sense?
No, I don't think no. I mean, honestly, when I'm code switching, I think that's like that was, I attended business school, so like I think it's just like in me because I was taught like to be professional. I was taught
Mhm.
to
Yes.
articulate. I was taught to, you know what I mean? Like conduct myself in a certain way.
Yes.
Not just business school, but like even like, high school. Like high school I went to was like predominantly, Caucasian and Asian.
Mm.
So like black people were the minority. And so like like I said, like I went to certain schools and so I think that I kind of like learned that
Oh, okay. I
naturally.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I love that. I love that for you. So, within your brand and everything, the collaborations,
Mhm.
doing my research, all my guests, I did my research. And let me tell you, girl, I was gagging. I
What you
was
find, girl?
gagging, but I was like, no, gagging it, like severely gagging in a good way. And I was just like, I'm so proud of her.
Thank
Like,
you.
it warms my heart and it motivates me
Mhm.
to keep going because we are making the city proud. We are making little girls, little brown skinned girls proud.
Mhm.
Just anybody that is from our side of town and just like West Coast, we're making people proud.
Mhm.
Doing my research on you and finding out how well you have elevated and progressed. And this is the gag, and I'm going to say it.
Mhm.
This is the gag.
I'm
She
scared,
didn't
but okay.
even win the show and people fucking with her. fucking with her brand, collaborating with her brand. It was so many people. Like I've seen that it was Drea Michelle.
Mhm.
It was
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually.
oh my goodness. Oh, you want to get into it?
I can real quick.
Oh, can we
Okay.
please? Can we please?
Well, so the Drea thing, actually, shout out to my friend Ashley. She is an
Mhm.
amazing events, and like decor party decorator. She does all the functions, all the parties. Shout out to Ashley. She's amazing. But anyways, her and my friend Wanye were decorating Drea's birthday
Mm.
party in LA.
Yeah, 'cause
It was at
mhm.
an amazing venue too. And so I just kind of invited myself, and I was like,
That's
so
how networking go, girl. We're crashing
I said, "Can
things.
I come?" And they was like hesitating, and I was like, "Oh, y'all won't even know I'm there. Y'all won't even know." And it was like, "Well, it's invite." I said, "Listen, y'all won't even know I'm there." They was like, "Okay, yeah, you can come, you can come." So I was like, "Oh my god, what I'm gonna wear?" Because it was like formal. So then
Yeah.
I had to go get a gown. I had to go get like the whole shebang.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was
"Oh, it's tonight."
yeah, you was like, "Okay, I got to go get some things."
Right. And so
Mhm.
like I just don't step out for no reason. I'm very strategic when I go out. Like I don't usually like go out just to go out. So I'm like, if I'm going out, I'm networking or I'm trying to pass a business card. I'm trying to let somebody know my name. Like
Girl,
that's
give
just
me high
me.
five. That's what I'm talking about. Mhm.
So I took her a gift for her birthday. Now, keep in mind when I get there, I left the gift on her birthday table, but everybody was drinking and so lit that when the party was ending, I seen her exiting to go get in the car. And I said, "Hold on.
Hold on, Miss
The
Thing.
gift that I brought you is on the table."
All right. Don't you leave
So
without this.
it was so funny because I told my friend Wanye and I was like, "Yo, like my gift is on the table and she's leaving." And he was like, "Oh, no, 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 no."
Mhm.
So he went and grabbed the bag and like followed her out and was like, "You left your gift, your birthday gift." And so her best friend grabs it and then they took it. And then like next thing I know, Drea like DMs me and then she follows me. And
Oh
she's like,
my
"Oh my God,
God.
thank you for my gift. I love it." And then well, no, actually before she DM'd me, I think I just saw a picture of her wearing it and she was on vacation. And I was just like,
Oh.
"Oh my gosh, she looks so good."
Oh yeah, that
Like,
body be bodying, baby. Shout out to
yeah.
Drea Michelle.
Shout
That
out
body
to
be
Drea.
baby, that body be bodying.
And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure she was gonna wear it because I sometimes I gift celebrities things all the time and they
Mhm.
don't wear my pieces. Like I've sent something to like Sweetie, Tracy Ellis Ross. Like I have a
Ah,
list of people that like when I see them in person, I meet them, like I gift
I
them things.
love that. I love that.
And sometimes they wear it, sometimes they don't. So you're just rolling the dice and taking a
Mhm.
chance on yourself. So it might be in the back of their closet. They probably gave it to their little sister. Who knows? I don't even know.
Oh my goodness.
But when I seen it, I said, okay. But I loved it. I loved the whole look. Like she's just the embodiment of like who the Sierra Cheyenne woman
Can
is.
we please show the picture of like Drea Michelle? She's like in the pink and the
Mm-hmm.
orange, and she's just like because if anybody knows her, everybody know her body be bodying, and
Mm-hmm.
she like really goes in for like fashion. If you really pay attention to her,
Mm-hmm.
I just love what she does, and then just to yes,
And it's just like the
just to
lighting
like
is hitting the material so
oh
perfectly.
baby,
And
she
I
was
was just
wearing your stuff
like,
so big. Shout out again, shout out to Drea, shout out to Drea, and I
yes.
love that for you. See how well that sometimes just putting yourself out there and just networking, rubbing elbows and just will really will get the people to wear your pieces and acknowledge you and
Mm-hmm.
see your ethnic and your word. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was so many people, girl. When I tell you I was gagging, it was Quinta.
Mm.
When I seen that you had Quinta,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Thing, that baby from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, that was a surprise
I was,
too.
and shout out to her. She just won award winning, baby, award
Ooh.
winning.
Black
Shout
girl
out
magic.
Black Girl Magic. It is Black History Month. Yes,
Right?
Black Girl Magic. When I seen you was doing her, and it was is her name is her name from Harlem. Her name is it Jessie? Oh my God, so amazing.
Mhm.
And it was, I believe it was Soraya,
Mhm.
one of the artists, Soraya, you had did. She was wearing your stuff
Yeah.
in
She
the
looks so
videos.
good.
Oh my God.
Oh
She is
my god.
beautiful. When I tell you she is beautiful,
She's gorgeous.
I hope
She's
I'm saying her
so
name right,
gorgeous.
please.
Yeah.
Soraya.
Yeah, no, Soraya, she's amazing.
Oh my God.
Now those I'm featured in a a showroom, and so
Mhm.
they got me these placements through their stylist. So
Oh my
usually
god.
like celebrity stylists come through the fashion showroom and they pick out pieces that they love and style their clients in it, and so that's how that happened.
Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
that's amazing. When I seen that, I was just like gagging. I see you've been featured in BET onto
Mhm.
their social media and
Mhm.
onto their website. You were featured in Essence magazine.
Mhm.
How was that? Like, how did that make you
Oh my gosh, so I
feel?
manifested the essence thing.
Mhm.
That literally I remember my grandmother had showed me one of the issues of Essence, and she was like, "Look at Sierra, like, at this outfit." She's like, "It reminds me of your brand." And she's like, "Check out this designer." And I remember, like, at that moment, I was like, "She's right. Like, we're very similar." And I was like, "Now, if they can do it, I can do it too."
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, like, I had kinda set a goal for myself. I was like, "Next year, I wanna be, featured in Essence."
Mm.
And less than 2 months later, I think it was, like, maybe a month or 2, I get an email and, from my representative at the showroom, and she's like, "Hey, like, you're gonna be featured in
I
Essence."
love that for
And I
you.
was like, "What? I was just thinking about this, like, it's happening?" And it was crazy because the issue was supposed to come out in November, and so I'm,
Mhm.
like, checking the stands, like, every day, every day. And then, like, December hits and I still don't see it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, what's going on? Did they change their mind? Like, where's the issue?"
Yeah.
And then, I was actually filming Making the Cut,
Ah.
and, I got back after I got cut from Making the Cut, I come back home, and I see that it's on the stands, and that was just, like, the most amazing
Oh
feeling
my
ever because I was
goodness.
like, "Yes, I got cut from the show," but, like, seeing my work featured in Essence, like, inside of Barnes& and Nobles was just, like, mind-blowing to
That let you
me.
know, like, I am on the right path. I
Right.
know what exactly what I'm doing, and I believe that was what, the cover issue for Lizzo? I
Mhm.
believe,
Yeah,
yes, it
Lizzo was on
was,
the
it
cover.
was. Shout out
Yeah.
to Lizzo.
Mhm.
Shout out to Lizzo. It was the cover issue for her,
It
but
was
then
actually a double cover. I think
oh
Simone
my
Biles
god!
was on the back. So
Oh,
they
on
did
the
like
back?
yeah,
Okay.
it was a
Okay,
double
that's
cover.
actually awesome.
Mhm.
I know that was just, like, solidifying because to be, like, published in some type of publication that big was just
Mhm.
like I probably would start crying.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome to be in print because I've been featured on Essence online on their website,
Oh, I
but,
love
like,
that.
when you see your work, like, actually on someone in
Mhm.
print, like, on stands in an actual store, at a magazine stand or something like that, it's a little bit different. So I was just like,
Mhm.
you know.
And I see that your work was also published in Pop Sugar. Like, just looking at your aesthetic, I love it. It gives main character black essence, black,
Thank
just
you.
beautiful. The materials, the colors on the skin. Even in the Pop Sugar,
Mhm.
when you were posting in there, the way that she was just like posing to the side. And I was
Mhm.
just like, oh,
Yeah.
look, oh my God. Yeah, it's Jerry.
Jerry
Jerry
Johnson.
Johnson. Damn,
Mhm.
she's so beautiful. I'm
She
so
is.
sorry, Jerry, for ruining your name. I'm so sorry. But I am a fan of you. I love you on Harlem. Just the way that your clothes, look at that. Her hair, her clothes. It just idolized the skin. It just gave us beautiful. How did you
Mhm.
feel just seeing that?
That was exciting too. Every time that I see like my work on someone amazing, like, to me like that's a collaboration because she's an amazing
Oh my
actress.
God. Yes,
She's a
she is.
creative, I'm a creative, and like when
Mm-hmm.
we come together, the stylist who pulled the pieces are creative, and then Pop Sugar is like an outlet for creatives.
Yes, shout out to Pop
Um
Sugar
yeah,
and
so
Jerry.
when you see it just like all come together, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's a good feeling.
Oh my goodness. Your aesthetic and your style. I was just falling in love. The more I was just researching, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get her in here. I was like, we're gonna get her in here. She's gonna tell her story. She's just gonna like, ah. So I know you design, you make clothes. So your style in general, we gotta talk about your personal style.
Mhm.
How would you describe your personal style?
You know, I describe my personal style as confident because it changes on a daily.
Okay. Okay.
So, the Sierra Cheyenne woman, like, she doesn't like to be placed in a box.
Yes.
Like, and the Sierra Cheyenne woman is me because
Yes.
it's a representation of me. I'm the designer, I'm the founder. But I don't like to be placed in a box. So it depends on like how I feel that day. Um,
Ah.
when I say we, I mean like I gotta remember like I went to business school, so when I say we,
It's like it's
it's
yes,
we,
it's
it's
we.
us.
Yes.
It's us.
Mhm.
So like if I wake up in the morning and I want to be a little bit more sexy,
Mhm.
I want to be a little bit more sexy. If I want to be a little bit more feminine and flirty, I dress a little bit more chic. If I want to show up as a boss, I'm gonna wear like a tailored suit. So I think that I have a lot of versatility when it comes to my style.
Yes.
But I as a person never change. So it's just how I want to represent myself that day.
It's just how you feeling.
Yeah, and I just don't like women to feel confined to one identity when it comes to style. Like
Oh, no,
that's
yeah.
something that I just don't like. Like why do we have to always dress one particular way, you know?
Mhm.
So,
Some people are just, like, very diverse when it
mhm.
comes to their style. They love to change it up. They love different things. And then there's some women that's just like, this is their style. This is what they like to do and feel comfortable
Mhm.
in every morning. Me,
Right.
I can't do that. I
Mm.
love to change it up sometimes,
Yeah.
especially in the wintertime or just summer. When summer come around, girl, I'm a big girl hoochie.
You bring out the Daisy Dukes, huh?
Baby, it be like just sundresses and just heels and cute
Mhm.
dresses and all that. I tell everybody, I'll be like, I'm a plus size hoochie girl in the
Right.
summertime. It's crazy.
Right.
Collaborations.
Mhm.
Do you have like someone that that is I'm gonna collaborate with them one day? Like, do you have like a dream collaboration?
You mean like a brand business or like just one like a particular person?
I would say like one person and then
Okay.
one brand.
Okay, so definitely Tracy Ellis Ross.
Uh-huh,
Um,
yes. That is
I will
auntie.
definitely work with her very soon. Um, I can't wait to design for her. I'm
Ah.
super excited about that. Um, and then when it comes to, ooh, that's a tough one.
'Cause there's so many, like, lovely brands, and shout out to Tracy Ellis
Yeah.
Ross. I walk in Target and walk past her hair care brand, and I just smile.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then second to that, of course, Beyonce.
Oh,
Um,
Beyonce!
yeah, Beyonce's been on the list, and I gotta give a third one. I'm sorry, Rihanna.
Oh, she is like them 2
Mhm,
is like number ones.
mhm,
Number ones because they like and one thing I've noticed about them, they love the small brands that is eclectic and just them power pieces.
mhm.
They love working with small brands. That's
Yes.
what I've noticed. They don't really care for because they can always get that anywhere. And
Mhm,
it's access, easy access. They want
mhm.
someone that you don't have access to and you can't get this everywhere. So they love working with smaller brands
Mhm.
that's power pieces in that whole loop.
Right. And they get to discover emerging designers. Like that's the
Mhm.
beauty of it too.
Mhm.
And with their reach and their influence, they
Mhm.
also help emerging designers blow up. So, I mean, essentially, we want them to like love the pieces, but also they're helping us like grow. So,
I
yeah,
love that. I
I'm
love that.
manifesting those three.
Yeah, those 2 are like Black girl moguls. One's
Mhm.
me. Tracy Ellis Ross too, as well, because she's a Black girl mogul. There's so many, but I know when it comes to those 2, those is just ideal.
Mhm.
Because Rihanna is very much influenced. I said, if y'all knew where she came from and where she's at now, it's
Mhm.
amazing. Like her
Mhm.
brand, Savage X Fenty. Shout out to Savage X
Right.
Fenty. I will be modeling for you guys and
Okay.
walking your fashion show. Best believe that's on my vision
Yes.
board.
Speak it.
Yes, I'm manifesting it and I'm gonna speak it into life. Um, the Savage X Fenty she's killing the game. She's
Mhm.
killing Victoria's Secret.
She's killing everything.
I'm surprised she ain't like no, shout out to Victoria's Secret, but like she's killing them.
Right. Oh yeah, no, they're in the dust.
Their baby, when it come to I said they ain't gave a fabulous fashion show since she came out with the Fenty shows.
Right.
Baby, and I feel like people are trying to scrap and try to remake of it, but I said, baby, the way that she has like mogul and just idolized and she made it open to everyone,
Mhm.
every brand, creed, just everyone. I was like, oh, it's a wrap for y'all.
Right.
Oh, girl. So it's given the dream, the end goal. Cause I know you said you want it as a brand and just finding your community and just as a house brand, the ultimate dream that
Mhm.
you want for your brand.
The ultimate dream. I definitely, like I said, want to be a global brand, so I don't wanna
Global.
just be in the American market,
Yeah, of
but
course.
I wanna be in Europe, I wanna be in Asia, and then, creating a lifestyle brand, and I say that specifically because, to be honest with you, before I was sketching dresses, I was sketching sofas. So, I have a long-term goal to also shift into the interior design space. So, I would
Mm.
love to, have Sierra Cheyenne home.
Oh, I can see it now, all colorful and beautiful and
Mhm.
bright and just amazing. And not only do you dress the girls, I've seen that you dress the men as well. It
Mhm.
was one of my he's like so he's like an ugly cute and I love it. I live for him. Lucky Day. You had
Yes.
like it was Jordan Woods and like Jordan Woods was in
Mhm.
the video too as well and it was Lucky Day
Mhm.
and he had on one of your pieces and I was just like, "Oh," cuz he's one of my favorites.
And I love that because a lot of my button-ups and some of
Mhm.
my pieces,
Mhm.
like I have this snakeskin jacket on my website right
Mm.
now that's actually unisex.
Ooh, I love that.
Um, and I didn't even imagine a man wearing this top until I saw it. I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh yeah, I can see a lot of different men like wearing this button-up shirt." And it's like two tone, so it's like purple and blue. So when the light hits it, it makes this iridescent like
Oh, I
feel
see.
to it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, and so you can
oh.
kind of see like both colors in it.
Oh, he is so
But
handsome.
his stylist
Mhm.
pulled that piece for his photo shoot. And what's crazy is when I was at New York Fashion Week in September, I saw his
Mhm.
stylist. His stylist actually came into um my showroom to see
Oh.
my collection, and I didn't realize it was him. And then I was like, "Wait, you styled Lucky Day in my piece like
Ah!
in 20, I think that was 2021."
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, "Oh, you're the designer." Like, and when people see me in person, like, and they don't know like I'm Sierra Cheyenne, like I think that's like so funny to me.
And they be like in awe, huh? They
Mhm.
just be like in awe. I love that. Shout out to Lucky Day. You look amazing, handsome self. So, throughout all the chaoticness, just holding your brand down and just, family, just everything, just mogul brand, answering emails throughout all the chaoticness. Do you self care? Like, how do you self care?
Oh, absolutely. I just got back from Cabo.
Oh, come on, girl. Give me gas.
Well, let me
Yes.
say this. I don't go on vacation often though. Let me take that back.
Ah,
Okay?
yeah.
Because actually my last vacation, I'm like one of those people like, why am I vacationing? Like I haven't done nothing. I haven't
Oh, no.
achieved
Hell no.
nothing.
No, no.
So my mom is always like, you're just so hard on yourself. Like you need to like relax and take a nap.
Relax.
Like,
Relax, girl.
but sometimes I just feel like, okay, like why am I celebrating and I haven't got to where I need to be? So my friend actually called me on Monday
Mhm.
and she was like, "Hey, I'm headed to Cabo. You should come." And I was like, "Girl, I don't do last minute stuff. Like that's just not me. Like I need to plan. Like I need to know like where we meeting, what we doing, what time. Like I'm a very like doom doom
Yeah.
doom. Like what's happening today? Like if it's not on the calendar, most of the time I'm like, no, like it's
Mhm.
not on my calendar. um so yeah, something just, she was like, don't worry about it. The hotel's paid for, everything's paid for.
I
Like,
back
just
in my
get a
back.
flight and come.
Mhm.
So I booked the flight in like an hour and headed to the airport in like a few hours. And
Oh,
I was in
yeah.
Mexico for like a week. I just got back and I was like, that
Ooh.
vacation was so needed. I didn't realize that I'm just like always
On
on
the
the go,
go. Mhm.
that I just got to sit and watch the sunrise and just meditate and sit by the pool and sip um
Good tequila. Because they giving you
I'm
tequila as soon as you get
I'm
off
not
the
gonna lie.
plane.
We went camel riding and I didn't know there was a tequila like taste
Yeah,
testing
there's a
in
taste,
the
yeah.
activities.
Mhm.
But what
Oh.
was crazy to me is because I don't really drink that much, but
Mhm.
I was like, I don't feel nothing.
Uh-oh.
And so I didn't realize like, their tequila like over here,
Mhm.
they add so much stuff into the alcohol that it's
They
not
dilute it.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like over there it's just natural.
Yeah, it's just very smooth.
It's
It's very
natural.
smooth, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a good time. We rode boats through the arches and went camel riding and went out to ate some good food, went to an art walk. Um I just soaked up all the sun, got a tan, all that good stuff.
Oh
So
my god, people don't understand how Mexico is so relaxing and
mhm.
just beautiful over
Mhm.
there. I love going over there, baby. Anybody tell me, like, we're going to Mexico, I'll be like, "I'm packing my bags."
Yeah.
How long are we staying?
Yeah. And we stayed at the Viceroy, it was so beautiful, like, if you ever go to Cabo, stay at the Viceroy, like, it's
Oh, I love
amazing.
it.
Mhm.
There's another hotel too that I like. It's in Puerto Vallarta.
Mhm.
Vidanta. It's like a private type of 4-star resort.
Mhm.
Amazing. I think they're building an amusement park
Oh,
over there now.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's like this whole big old thing. And I say, yep, I'm coming back.
Oh,
Come,
definitely.
I'm coming back to experience that. So do you feel like you have to self-care from sometimes just dealing with the crazy shit in LA, just the fashion industry? Because I know they can be very, I'm not even gonna say what I really want to say. They're very fake. Like it
Mhm.
gets very fake.
Yeah. So honestly, my self-care like really consists of like praying, meditating. I have to work out. I do cycle class. That's
Oh, I love it.
like very therapeutic for me. So I do cycling on the bike. I get a good hour in, get a good sweat. That always makes me feel good.
Hmm.
Um and then yeah, like prayer is like really big for
Oh
me.
yes, always
Having
stay
like
prayed up.
yeah, like devotion time,
Hmm.
like reading my Bible and just like journaling, like, all of that to me is, like, real self-care because that's, like, taking care of you in the inside. I know, like, the outsides, facials, that's all is wonderful,
Yeah.
but, like, if you're not your soul and your spirit is not right, like, all of that really don't matter.
It's just like if the foundation inside is not right, baby, you're like recruited. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
so, I gotta ask, I gotta get a little personal.
Okay.
Dating.
Um,
Dating. Are you dating anybody?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not dating anyone. I think that I've really been on, like, a
Loving journey.
self-discovery
Mhm.
journey lately. I dated for like a couple months. I actually got on this dating app and
Oh, girl.
I actually had a good
Oh,
experience.
good for you.
I'm not gonna say I had a bad experience. I
That's good.
dated, a few gentlemen. They were really good men, but they just weren't for me.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm the type, like, I think I'm just like in a space right now where I can't entertain people that I don't feel like there's a future with. So, like, as soon as I, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is probably not gonna work. I'm gonna exit stage left and just let you know that I appreciate your time, but
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like keep you around and make you
Yeah,
think
like
that
I'm not
this
gonna
is
waste
going
your time.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
waste your time.
Mhm.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, so I mean, I had, but then I had to sit back and I was like, honestly, my goal right now is to focus on my business.
Yep. Amen.
And so I had to get my priorities straight. And I was like,
Mhm.
I don't think I'm in a season to date right now.
Yeah.
Unless I meet somebody in the grocery store. I don't know. Somebody come over and pump my
I'll
gas.
be like, "Damn it, can it just be like a romantic comedy? Like, I meet you at a gas station or, like, we just bump into each other at a coffee
Right.
shop. Like, how come I just can't get that? Like
Right. Like,
like, I'm in Fashion Week and we bump into each other or something
yeah,
and
like
just"
I'm picking onions in the grocery store at Sprouts. I don't know.
Nah, online dating can have its good moments because I have friends that's married, like,
Mhm. Yeah, that
from
on a
online
dating app.
dating,
Mhm.
and then it has its horrible moments where it be
Mhm.
like, "Girl, delete the account, delete it right now."
Mhm.
Just horrible.
Yeah, no, I have, like, really good discernment, so, like, I can, like, read somebody real quick, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, mm-mm,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even gonna try
You could just read
it."
the vibe, right? Just read the vibe.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well,
"Nope,
girl, you
mm-mm."
gonna find your man. Girl, he gonna come along just when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially
Mhm.
when you're like busy.
Yeah,
'Cause trust me, I'm doing the same shit, just focusing on myself and
right.
just doing my job and things. And plus, I tell people, I'll be like, look, I work a
Mhm.
lot. So hopefully you can keep up
Right, exactly.
because they always get mad because they be like, oh, you're always busy. I'll be like,
Right.
why are you not? Like,
Exactly,
what? That's the problem.
that's the question.
Nigga, what are you doing?
Right. I don't have time to sit here and
You
be
got too much motherfucking
texting
time on
all
your
day,
hands.
like
Like, oh my God.
exactly.
Call me. Like,
Right,
call
right,
me. I
right,
can't text right now.
right.
Nah, but I feel you.
Tell me I see you at 8, like, that's what I need, like, just
Can
send
you
the
do that?
reservation, like, I
Can you
don't
do that? Just plan the date. I don't want to do it. You supposed to do it. Like, Jesus Christ. But that's amazing. Hearing your story is amazing. And baby, I just want to let you know that I'm a fan and I'm pretty sure that people are out there looking at you, admiring people from Watts, just in general. Just you never know who was watching you now because you're just on a bigger platform. Now,
Mhm,
is there anything you would love to say? If you can say anything to your fans,
mhm.
anybody, what
Oh
would you
my
tell
god, that
them?
word scares me, fans.
No, they are. They are. You have fans. You have fans.
Um, You know what? I will share that you really have to know that you know that you know that you know that you know
Mhm.
that when you have a promise, when God gives you a promise, it will be fulfilled no matter what happens.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what you see in front of you. It don't matter what challenges, like it's already done.
Mhm.
And we're just walking through the process to get
Baby.
to the end goal. And sometimes I forget that and I have to remind myself that like it's already done.
Mhm.
Everything that I want has already happened, but we're walking through the time. So
Mhm.
you have to think like if you have that perspective, then you know it doesn't matter if I get eliminated. It doesn't matter if, this failed or this didn't work out
Yeah.
because these are just stepping stones to get to where I'm going.
Yep.
So for anybody that feels like discouraged or anybody that is living in fear, my go-to is faith it till you make it. I know people say fake it till you make it, but my go-to
It's
is faith
faith it,
it
baby.
till
I
you
love
make
that.
it
I love
because you're
that.
gonna make it.
Mm.
So yeah.
Oh, I love that. And just like what Nipsey Hussle said, it's not a race, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, baby.
Period.
And I just want to thank you so much. Hearing your story is so motivating and just inspiring. And I'm manifesting and everything coming your way, sister, baby, because you are a gem. Just
Thank
know that you are
you.
a gem and you are creating beauty and magic and black excellence.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank you so much for coming onto the platform and hearing your story. Hope you guys enjoyed her story because, baby, this is Ciara Chyanne. Get into it, baby. And thank you so much, you guys. I want to thank everyone for coming out and just tuning in to another episode of She is Plus Size Beauties. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. And also, shout out to our platform, The Podcast Place, where we film. And shout out to Solomon, the man behind the magic, man
Thank you
behind
very much. Thank you.
man behind the magic. And thank you guys for tuning in. We love y'all. Tune in for another episode. See you guys later.